All right, YouTube, we're going to be talking about the new drop that came out a couple months ago, I believe now, but still pretty fresh. This is the Citi A Advantage Globe MasterCard by Citibank in conjunction with American Airlines. So this card has a New Year's special right now, even though it's February 4th. But they're still running a New Year's special, earning 90,000 points after 5K in spend in 4 months of account opening. Excuse me. And the intro or the annual fee is $350. So honestly, looking at the intro bonus, I feel like 60K is probably too low for a card that's $350 annual fee, honestly. But it's not that bad either. Um American Airlines points are pretty generous as well, which is an important point. But if you don't know, City with American Airlines has a lot of credit cards. I remember they had also the cards with Barclays Bank as well, and I believe that got discontinued this year or last year. So I think they're no longer doing the cards with Barclays, but they got a lot of cards with Citi. The executive card is the highest annual fee, I believe, and then the platinum select is like the tier two. I believe it's like $150 annual fee. Then the no annual fee mile up card, and then a business card. So this is the newest credit card, and I've seen on Reddit a lot of people are not feeling this card, but we're gonna go through it and analyze it, see what it's bringing to the table. So $750 in value. That's what they're promoting. So when we look at the perks, so Admirals Club Lounge Access. I don't like this perk off the rip because if you read here, it gives you 4 passes per year. So as opposed to priority pass, when you get priority pass with the Venture X or Platinum credit card, and you can go all year, unlimited times, right? You have the pass, you have priority pass, you can go if you're gonna fly, 5 times, 10 times, whatever, right? This is 4 passes, so I'm not a big fan of that. Again, especially when you're paying $350 annually for a credit card. I don't believe it's right that you should be only getting 4 passes a year, especially when it's like you're probably flying with family or at least someone else. You're gonna be going, running through those passes a lot, super easily, right? Then a splurge credit of $100 annually. This is it kind of is as stupid as it sounds. I've never heard of a splurge credit on a credit card, and I kind of don't even like the idea of that. It kind of has like a negative connotation associated with it because it is a credit card. The credit should be more actual useful things, and not having to do with splurging and whatnot. But that's a whole nother thing. But it gives you $100 annually, but for two of the following brands. So First Dibs, which I don't know what that is, hotels through American Advantage, their program, and then Future Personal Training and Live Nation, which is going to be concerts and whatnot, events. Which so again, I don't like this credit. I think it's pretty like not that useful. Obviously, I think the best option here would be like the hotels. At that point, it's just like a hotel credit, like a lot of credit cards have. But it is a little low at $100 as well, anyway. But again, even just this whole idea of a splurge, annual splurge credit on a credit card seems pretty dumb to me. I'm not gonna lie. But moving on. So I don't like half of these already. But here's another one I don't like. The 240 back on Turo. I've seen a lot of criticism of this credit as well. And it is very unpractical because it gives you $30 in statement credits. Um, I believe that's monthly. It's one of these credits that puts this big number, but it's breaking it down by month. If this was 40, or if this was 240, that you can use outright annually, that could cover one or two rentals, at best with Turo. That could be pretty helpful. But $30 in statement credits, um, basically monthly, that is not going to be practical. That is just not a good, that is just not a good perk. That's going to be really tough to use. Very, very, very niche, um, audience that's going to be good for. So that is another bad perk. And then $100 back on in-flight purchases. I think this is real good credit standard at $100. That's also pretty solid. So that's a good one. The rest of this is not that great. The lounge access is good, but it's just very limited. And then the multipliers for this card, we got 3x on American Airlines purchases, 6x on eligible hotel stays, and then you got to read the fine print. It's going to be $1 spent on eligible A Advantage hotel booking. So specific. And then 2x on restaurants and 2x on rides and rails, so public transit and whatnot. So that is pretty much the card. We got a companion certificate, starting in your second card membership as long as your card membership is renewed. The companion certificate is good for a qualifying single round trip main cabin domestic flight. And then redeeming the certificate costs $99 for the ticketing fee. So it's a companion certificate. It's a good discount if you're flying with somebody else, but it's not a great companion certificate, you can say. It's definitely not even what like Frontiers just started offering or what Southwest has been doing. But that's there. And then free first check bag, it's cool credit. And then there's not that much else to this card. This card is kind of crazy at $350 annual fee. I really don't think this card should be $350 annual fee. This card does not offer enough. Obviously, it's like if you asked Citi to explain why the hell this card is $350 annual fee, they'd probably bring this up, right? You can unlock over $750 in value, but it's like these credits are not good. I mean, at least offer, unlimited lounge access. You don't have to. You don't even. I mean, maybe you kind of should be able to bring a guest in as well, but at least unlimited lounge access, for you. At least, when we're in an ecosystem where we have priority pass out the ass with every freaking card, seemingly, you're gonna offer four passes annually. Like, come on. This is, at least that. If you had that, somebody who loves Admirals Club or loves American Airlines, flying with American Airlines, at least can kind of justify, but come on. Like how it is right now, this is just tough. This is real. This is just not that great. This is just not that great. So let me know what you guys think. I've already heard a lot of criticism about this card, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, how things develop. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.